American One Final Project, Thomas Hunter, George, and Lydie. Who settled there? Indentured servants and slaves. Indentured servants were men and women who signed a contract by which they agreed to work for a certain amount of time in exchange for transportation to Virginia. Slaves began when the first African slaves were brought to Jamestown, Virginia in 1619 to help the production of tobacco and such crops. Motivations for settlement, Holy Experiment. William Penn established the colony of Pennsylvania. He sought to put into practice all his Quaker ideals, and he called it his Holy Experiment. He thought that everything would be possible in the New World, unlike in the England of his time. Brown gold. Brown gold is another name for tobacco. Tobacco is the cash crop of the New World. Mercantilism. Export more than import. Type of economic activities. The type of things that the indentured servants did to keep them occupied during their time was farming. Slaves, when they were bought, had to do everything their owner told them to do, and had to do it as long as their owner pleased. Anne Hutchinson. Anne Hutchinson immigrated to the Massachusetts Bay with her husband and family in 1634. She was initially highly regarded in the community because of her intelligence and caring nature, but later ran into difficulty because of her religious views and outspoken nature. Winthrop. He was a wealthy English Puritan lawyer and one of the leading figures in the founding of the Massachusetts Bay Colony, the first major settlement in what is now New England after Plymouth Colony. William Penn, an English Quaker leader and advocate of religious freedom, who oversaw the founding of the American Commonwealth of Pennsylvania as a refuge for Quakers and other religious minorities of Europe. House of Burgesses. The first legislature anywhere in the English colonies in America was in Virginia. This was the House of Burgesses, and it first met on July 30th, 1619 at a church in Jamestown. Its first order of business was to set a minimum price for the sale of tobacco. The 22 members of the House of Burgesses were elected by the colony as a whole. Mayflower Compact. The Mayflower Compact was a document signed by 41 male pilgrims on November 21st, 1620. By signing this document, the men agreed to form a temporary government and be bound by its laws. The compact became the basis of government in the Plymouth colony. William Penn and Roger Williams. They were both advocates of democracy and freedom of religion. Roger Williams was one of the first abolitionists and organized the first attempt to prohibit slavery. William Penn was the founder of Quaker and was extremely religious. Both wanted freedom of religion where they lived.